morning, Pisces. This is Nightbird Tarot. I'm here to look at your energy for the day. Today is January 24th, 2026, but when you find this reading is when you're meant to receive the message. We're going to take a look at what the vibe is for the day, and then we'll pull some tarot cards to get an overall message on what you should expect as far as your energy for the day. Let's call in Spirit. Okay, Pisces, I hope that you're all doing well. Let's take a look at what the vibe is for the day. Thank you all for the likes, shares, comments, subscribing, all that good stuff. I really, really appreciate you and love you all very much. For some of you that were asking where the hype button is or where the thanks button is, you have to scroll over in order to see it. So you'll see the thumbs up, but if you scroll over, you'll see there's some other options. That's where you can find the hype button as well as the thanks button as well if you are called to hit those buttons. So that's where you find it. Sometimes they're a little hidden, so you just have to scroll over. So let's take a look at what the vibe is here. But yes, thank you all for all the thumbs ups, all the subscribing. The comments are wonderful. Thank you, thank you. And if you're new here and you like my readings, feel free to subscribe to the channel if you want. Let's see what this vibe is for today. And again, when you find this message is when you're meant to receive it. So this is a timeless reading. Today is Saturday, January 24th, but when you find it is when you're meant to receive it. Angels, guides, ancestors, what is the vibe for Pisces? What is the energy for the day when my viewers are viewing? Okay, well, love, oh my gosh, we've got soulmate, twin flame, friendship, romantic partner, and then we have smell the roses, slow down, take some you time, get out in nature. Okay, so the first thing I'm feeling here is that you may, there could be somebody coming in for you, Pisces, that is very romantic. This could be a soulmate, a twin flame, a new friendship, a romantic partner. But I feel like what Spirit is saying here is go slow, okay? You're feeling all the feels that could be coming in with this person, but Spirit is saying slow down. Make sure you're taking that time for you. I think we had a reading recently, if it wasn't yesterday, about realizing that Pisces needs that time, that independent time to themselves to regenerate, because as Pisces, we take on a lot of different people's energies. We absorb people's energies, and we need that time to ourselves in order to decompress and regain our strength again. So I feel like there could be somebody new coming in, Pisces. If you are coupled up, this could be a new friendship. But I'm definitely seeing soulmate, romantic partner. If you are already with this person, Spirit is advising you to slow down. Take some time for you. Make sure you're getting out in nature and you're smelling the roses. Let's take a look and see what the tarot have to say for you today. It's so much better than what we've been getting. That's for sure, Pisces. All right, Pisces, let's see what the energy looks like. Angels, guides, ancestors, what is the most important message for Pisces? January 24th, 2026, or when the viewers are viewing this message, please, Spirit. What does Pisces need to know right now? We have the King of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. Ooh, The Hierophant in the reverse position. One more for Pisces. Okay, and we have the Eight of Wands in the reverse position. Back of the deck, we have the Seven of Pentacles for what you don't see. Okay. For what you don't see, Pisces, I feel like you're gathering your resources here. Maybe when it comes to love, maybe when it comes to finding a romantic partner, or gathering your resources if you are coupled up. So for what you don't see, I feel like there's a gathering of resources here. We'll go back and clarify what that is about here. We have the Knight of Pentacles here as well, with the Knight being reversed. You may have had a lack of motivation when it comes to perhaps meeting somebody new, or a lack of motivation when it comes to your romantic partner. And with the the Seven of Pentacles in the shadow, this is about growth. Perhaps you may have met somebody and the relationship is growing, okay? And I feel like, you've had a lack of motivation when it's come to this. But now you're kind of putting the effort in, and maybe things are growing. We're going to go back and clarify again. But I do see a lack of motivation here with the Knight of Pentacles when it comes to maybe slowing down, taking some you time, getting out in nature. And maybe that's what you need, which is maybe help bring the two of you back together even, because there's been a lack of motivation. So maybe you're gathering your resources and saying, okay, I need to slow down, need to get out in nature, I need to smell the roses sometime and spend some time with my partner, or this new romantic soulmate, twin flame, friendship, etc. Let's clarify this, the Ace of Wands here. The Ace of Wands in the upright position is basically, this is the beginning. This is the new life of something that is beginning for you, Pisces, with the Ace of Wands being in the upright position. So I feel like something is blooming here. This could be a new friendship, a twin flame, a romantic partner. I feel like there's been a loss of energy, maybe perhaps in the past when it comes to a romantic partner. But I feel like Spirit is saying, you've gone through a lot. It's time for you to slow down and smell the roses. If you are coupled up, Pisces, maybe it's just about spending more time together, okay? Slowing down and taking that time. Perhaps doing something that's not so traditional, with the Hierophant being reversed here. But there is new growth here. There's a new beginning happening for you, Pisces. Perhaps when it comes to, enjoying life is what it feels like. And it feels like you're gathering your resources in order to do that. We do have the Eight of Wands here in the reverse position. There could be some kind of, if you're in a relationship, things may have been kind of stale lately. So maybe it is that because you have had a loss of energy when it comes to maybe romance or your romantic partner, things have been kind of stale lately. But I am seeing a new beginning or new growth happening. You're gathering your resources. Maybe Spirit is reminding you to slow down. Take some time for your partner or for yourself. Get out in nature. Maybe if you're single, that's going to help lead you towards a new friendship, a new romantic partner, etc. Let's clarify the cards. Please clarify the Knight of Pentacles for Pisces, please, Spirit. We have the King of Cups. Please clarify the Ace of Wands. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Please clarify the Hierophant. Page of Swords. Please clarify the Eight of Wands. I feel like what I'm hearing from Spirit is being more open to love, to new friendships, to a twin flame, to a romantic partner. Being more open is what I'm hearing from Spirit. Whether you're coupled up or you are single, is being more open-minded to spending more time with this person. And slowing down is what I'm hearing from Spirit. Back of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles in their reverse position. Okay. So we have the King of Cups that is clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. So there may be a lack of motivation perhaps in the past when it comes to slowing down, taking time for you. Maybe looking at the more emotional part of your life, taking time for friends, taking time for maybe a romantic partner or a soulmate. And I feel like there's been a lack of energy here in the past. We have the King of Cups here that is clarifying this in the reverse position. With the King being reversed, you just have had a lack of maybe creativity when it comes to, getting together with somebody, or just an unmotivation. You may have been dealing with somebody that's been difficult to please in the past. So you had a loss of energy. So perhaps you tried to please somebody if you're in a relationship, or even somebody you might have been in a past relationship with, where they were very difficult to please. So you just kind of said, I'm not giving this anymore. I'm not giving my energy to this anymore. And so that's giving you a lack of energy when it comes to maybe a new relationship, or even just spending time with your partner. But I do see a new beginning here with the Ace of Wands here. I feel like there's a creative potential that is happening here with the Queen of Pentacles. You're perhaps coming up with ideas in order to reignite your love life. You're coming up with ideas to maybe, reignite an existing partnership or friendship or romantic partner. You're coming up with ideas to put yourself out there again, perhaps, if you are single. I feel like it's time for you to smell the roses, to slow down. Think about the emotional side of yourself. Get out in nature. Perhaps, laying on the beach with a partner, or, taking a walk together, smelling the roses, reigniting that passion that you have. This is definitely a reigniting of a passion between a romantic partner, a friendship, a soulmate here, Pisces. We have the Page of Swords here in the upright position, clarifying this Hierophant. I feel like, get out of the traditional ways, go to work, come home, go to bed, go to work, come home, go to bed. I feel like Pisces, Spirit is saying here that get out of the traditional. Be a little bit more creative. It's going to ignite a new beginning for you when it comes to really slowing down, stopping and smelling the roses, And I feel like, in the background here, you may need to gather your resources here in order to, maybe read a book on how to romance your partner. It doesn't necessarily have to be, resources like money. It's just, you could be reading up on how to spoil your partner, how to reignite your relationship. Something like that. There could be a self-help book or something like that you could be looking at for what you don't see here by gathering these resources. The Page of Swords here is clarifying this and why, maybe to think outside the box and being less traditional. It's like taking a chance here with the Page of Swords. Taking a chance and doing something that is not traditional. Using your intuition. Letting it guide you in what you should do in order to maybe reignite this passion that you have for either your soulmate or wanting to find love again. It feels like you, in the past, you may have been dealing with somebody that was hard to please. So you kind of gave up and you said, I'm not giving that my energy anymore. But maybe perhaps thinking outside of the box, using your intuition to guide you towards reigniting your passion with this person or somebody new. We do have the Four of Swords here as well. I feel like, this is rest before action. So perhaps, with the Four of Swords here, perhaps you do need to gather your resource. Perhaps you need to read a book on how to improve your relationship, or how to get out to meet somebody again, perhaps after a breakup or a divorce, or how to put yourself out there at age whatever. Perhaps you need to look at that before you take action here with the Four of Swords. Take a little break. Really, retreat. Have your, think about what it is that you really want in a relationship before you take action and reignite the passion. It seems like with the Eight of Wands here in the reverse position, if you are in a partnership, it's been very stagnant because, things have been just mundane, stale. So maybe you need to really go inside and really think about what it is that I want. How do I want my relationship going forward? How am I going to reignite this passion? Maybe following my intuition, doing something outside the box, not so traditional. Gathering the resources, reading a book, something like that is what Spirit's saying in order to reignite this passion between you and perhaps a soulmate that could be coming into your life. We do have the King of Pentacles in the shadow for what you don't see as well in the reverse position. I feel like this is telling me that, be careful of liar, cheater, deceivers. So this is what you don't see. So you don't want to just jump into something. And I feel like that's what the slowdown is for. So perhaps you meet somebody new, Pisces, for you singles out there. I feel like this is a warning not to jump into something so quickly, to slow down. Make sure that it's aligning with what it is that you want in your life. And I feel like that's what this retreat is about. Is really slowing down, thinking about what it is that you really want in your relationship. Going after what it is, using your intuition to reignite the passion, perhaps in a existing relationship, or the passion you want in a new relationship. Let's get some advice from Spirit. What is the... Okay. We have the Six of Swords. Yeah, I feel like, it's time for you to move on to calmer waters. I feel like you might have gone through so much craziness in the past that you kind of have given up on the thought of really taking time for yourself, thinking about a romantic partner. It's time to move on to calmer waters, whether you're in an existing relationship or not. It's time for you to really take care of yourself now, Pisces, to reignite that passion that you have for finding that soulmate, to being with your romantic partner in a new way, reigniting the passion between the two of you. One more, please, Spirit. What is the advice? But it's time for you to move on to calmer waters is what Spirit is saying here. And we have the Five of Cups. I definitely see that things are improving. There is a return of an old friend, okay? Or a new relationship coming in for you, Pisces. So I feel like this is either what I was saying is that, you know, if you're in an existing relationship, this is the return of the relationship reigniting, okay? There's a passion reigniting with an existing relationship or the return of that person. Or this could be a new relationship coming in. One more for Pisces. What is the advice? One more for Pisces. What is the advice? Okay, so you're going to be feeling a lot better here, Pisces. Things are definitely improving for you. I definitely see an improvement, perhaps in your health even, feeling better, a return to things that are making you feel great again, with the Five of Pentacles being reversed. And then we have the Tower card. So there's been an abrupt change. There's a change going on in a relationship, or there's a change in your love relationship coming on in for you, Pisces. The back of the deck is the Nine of Cups here in this shadow for what you don't see. When the Nine of Cups is reversed, I feel like what's happening here is you're seeing the reality of the situation and what you really want in love, in your emotional state, what you want in a friendship, what you want in a romantic partner, what you want in your existing relationship. With the Nine of Cups being reversed, you know, you have to remember that nobody is perfect, okay, as well. So, you know, you may have gone through some trouble in the past, maybe in an existing relationship where this person was very difficult to please, but it doesn't mean you can't reignite the passion within the relationship. Or you may have gone through a troubled relationship in the past, and it doesn't mean that you can't find somebody new that actually does fulfill what you need. But just, this is a reminder that not everyone is perfect, Pisces. Let's pull a message from the universe to finish up here. But yeah, it seems like you've got new love interest coming in, or a return of a relationship coming back around where the passion is going to be reignited. Things are definitely looking better. You're feeling better, looking better. There is a glow up happening here for you, Pisces. You're moving on to calmer waters within a relationship or after a broken relationship. And I definitely feel like Spirit is telling you to slow down. Go slow with this. Try things that are not so traditional. Follow your intuition when it comes to this. It's going to help reignite the creativity or create a new passion in a relationship here. Message from the universe for Pisces to finish up the reading, please, Spirit. Okay, you want to come out. Okay, so it says, if you find yourself constantly seeing reoccurring numbers or words, it is a sign that you are being supported, cared for, and divinely protected by the universe. Beautiful things are about to happen to you. So it looks like something's really nice coming in for you, Pisces, when it comes to, I just feel like heart-centered. Something is really coming in that's going to make you feel really good. This is an emotional reading for you today, Pisces. It could have something to do with reigniting a passion within a relationship. This could also be a reigniting a passion for wanting to find a partner. Or if you could be meeting a new romantic partner, which is going to reignite passion in your life. But you know what? This is time for you to smell the roses, to slow down. Really take that you time. What it is that you want in your life. Get out in nature, ground yourself, Pisces. Think outside the box and follow your intuition here. You're going to create a new beginning here by moving on to calmer waters, letting something go that no longer serves you. reigniting a passion within a relationship, perhaps gathering the resources that you need, reading a book on, when women are from Venus, men are from Mars, whatever it is that you want to read, or something like that, gathering your resources, or maybe just making a checklist of saying, what are my non-negotiables in a relationship? And I really want to take my time with this. Do I even want a relationship anymore? Perhaps this is just about self-love. So I'm going to leave it there, Pisces. I hope you have a wonderful day today. Look for those reoccurring numbers or words. They're a sign from spirit, okay? So that you're divinely protected through this by the universe. I hope you have a wonderful day today. Please be kind and compassionate to one another, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.